We are back aging, and we're aging. We've just aged during that break. Yeah, there you go. So, school's been very stressful, and now it's coming down to the final semester, final weeks of the semester. So, a lot is going on, and there's a lot of stress. But eating right during these stressful times is really important. Part of what people don't understand is the labeling of foods and how to eat nutritious foods and what does that mean. So I'm going to read off what the FDA has mandated for guidelines of food products. And let's see if you could maybe guess some of these. If a food is listed as low calorie, how many calories do you think that food could have in it? The food can contain 40 calories or less per serving. One of the things we need to watch out for when we eat is those words, per serving. Many times we just eat the entire bag of whatever it is, and that bag or that drink is more than one serving. A lot of times drinks that you have will say, 1.5 servings on it, and you think you drank one bottle of whatever it is, juice, and you really had 1.5 servings of that. So if something is labeled low calorie, you pick up a drink in the store and it says low calorie, you can expect that it's going to have maximum 40 calories per serving. If something says it's calorie free, what would you think? How many calories could calorie free have? Calorie free, right? According to the FDA, something that is calorie free can contain 5 calories. So think about that. You're walking by, you see a box of crackers and they're like calorie free. You go, okay, I'll have 10 servings of that. You've just had 50 calories. Low cholesterol can contain 20 milligrams or less of fat. And then the cholesterol free can contain, cholesterol free we're talking about. Free to me means I don't have any. Yeah, 0, but not according to the FDA guidelines. Cholesterol free can contain 2 milligrams of cholesterol per serving. That's not free. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't make sense. And that's why, yeah, right. So I had a customer come in yesterday and she said, did you ever wonder why the Food and Drug Administration is food and drug? And I go, it never occurred to me. She's like, why are, I talk about the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. It never occurred to me, food and drug. Why are those two things together? Somehow that is the case. And weight gain and weight issues and body issues, right? So if cholesterol free, you don't want any cholesterol, you could still have 2 milligrams. Not a lot, but it's still not free. Low fat, I like this one. Low fat can contain less than 3 grams of fat. That's low fat. Reduced fat contains at least 25% less fat per serving than the regular product. Somebody please help me understand that one. Call in. I need a caller to call me and help me with reduced fat. Again, reduced fat can contain 25% less fat per serving than the regular product. Right, so reduced fat means I created a product, you ate it, and now it's not as fattening. Yeah, so why not create the second product first? And then you could have the reduced fat product to begin with. We have low saturated fat, saturated fat-free, then the fat-free. I like fat-free product. Good old fat-free product contains less than a half a gram of fat per serving. So, and not free. You could still have a half a gram of fat. Right. That's what Nope. Low fat can contain 1 gram or less. So low fat can contain 1 gram or less, and fat-free contains a half a gram. And I'm still trying to figure out why we voted on daylight savings and we didn't change anything. So here's why, because fat-free can also contain fat. No fat, how about no sugar? So you should get the pattern now, right? How much sugar can no sugar contain?
Obviously more than none.
So no sugar can contain less than half a gram of sugar per serving. This is no sugar. No sugar.
Things we learn on the radio.
Yes. The no sugar contains less than half a gram of sugar. Half a gram of sugar is a lot of sugar, especially if you are diabetic or have sugar and insulin issues. So you're walking in the grocery store and you pick something up and you go, perfect. You read the ingredients, sounds nice, but you don't read the serving area, and you think, okay, no sugar, this is good for me. But no. No sugar can actually contain half a gram of sugar. Now, I'm not saying that there are products out there, so I will put out the caveat that I'm sure many of you that have great products out there have 0 sugar and a no sugar. So we commend you if you've done that. No added sugar throws people off a lot. No added sugar just means that they don't add sugar, but it doesn't mean that there isn't sugar in the product. So we have great protein bars in the store. We have great protein bar that is dates. Delicious. We have one that's dates with apple and cinnamon. They were in the free giveaway, I believe, that you gave out at the party. And then the ones you sampled, right? We did that a few weeks ago, right? So delicious. They have sugar. They absolutely, without a doubt, have sugar. They also have 15 grams of protein, which is a lot of protein for a protein bar. That is that clean of ingredients. But they have no added sugar, which means they didn't artificially put sugar in it to make it more sweet, to make it taste different. One of the things we need to watch out for is that added sugar. Many times that added sugar comes from an artificial source, and it also comes from a source that you do not want to put in your body. So you have to be careful when it comes to added sugar. Yes. Well, right. Okay. And it was also pretty delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh, that's right. Thank God I'm a country boy. That's another song too. We should do that one.
You are learning. The Madagascar is
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we'll do that one day. I'm gonna have all different nutrition items, and then we're gonna pick songs to go with it. That'll be fun. Yeah. So I have to think about that as I listen to the radio. I'm gonna just start writing them down, and we'll have people call in and tell us all different songs that are food related, healthy food related, because we're aging healthy. So we have low sodium. No surprise what low sodium is going to contain. And not only is there low sodium on the list, thank you FDA, but there's very low sodium on the list too. What's with low sodium and very low sodium?
Less than low.
This is why I do this show. Okay, this is why I do this show. This is why I have a health food store. This is why I go around to community events and community groups and speak. Because how do you get through all of this understanding? If I am in the store and I read a package and it says low sodium and then another package says very low sodium, what does that mean to me? In the meantime, they both have sodium. So what we're trying to do is make people understand that, yeah, we have to really start reading what we're eating, because what we're eating is affecting how we're aging. And what we're putting in our body is making us age quicker. It's also making us sicker. So, hey, sodium free, what do you think? So we have very low sodium, we have low sodium, and then we have sodium free. Of course, sodium free can contain 5 milligrams of sodium per serving. So it's not even like it's 5 milligrams of sodium, in 20 gallons. It's per serving. If that's now, servings you have to be very careful of too, because servings are dictated by whoever created the item. That serving could be a 1-inch square of something, or it could be a whole bowl. Right. Right.
No, man, no. But not in.
No. Somebody was up there and they're like, well, look.
Well, let's just give them a little bit.
Yeah. Well, look. This should.
Call it no, but really,
So we're going to have to come up with something that says no sodium. But somebody raised their hand in the back. They're like, why don't we just say low sodium and no sodium? Oh, great idea. And then somebody else is like, look, that's not going to work. Right. We need a very low sodium out there. So people have choice. They could have very low sodium, or sodium free.
Are y'all confused yet?
Yeah. This is why I have a health food store called Lake Nutrition Center, because this is just frustrating to go through each time we're going shopping to try and figure out what it is. What I want you to realize mostly is that even if it says sodium free, you have some sodium in there. I love sodium. So there's a big lie about sodium too. You need sodium for every single cell in your body. Every single cell needs sodium. It's a big important part of getting your heart to work, your lungs to function, your whole entire body functions on sodium, calcium, magnesium, potassium primarily, and then the amino acids primarily, to get all of this body and brain functioning properly. So we need it. And then there was this big lie to take sodium out of everything. We didn't, and people were much more healthier when the sodium was in the salt, was when we had iodine in salt, and salt was actually salt, and now it's different than what we want. And what ends up happening is we end up using way too much sodium. So there's sodium in our processed foods, there's sodium in your cookies, there's sodium in yogurt, there's sodium in every single thing that you pick up, predominantly. I mean, I'm exaggerating mildly, but that's why they started to say, hey, watch your sodium level. So people take that to an extreme, they cut out the sodium, but your body needs it. Now my body is depleted in sodium. So I guess that's when they came up with low sodium, very low sodium, sodium free. Yeah. Sodium, yeah. Yeah.
I did a really cool bottle.
Did you really? Yeah.
Well, I said you take a glass of water.
Right.
You put a tablespoon of salt in it, take it,
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Salt. Doesn't Jesus say, about the salt? Right. That's right. And salt loses its saltiness
There you go.
Right.
We gotta call it down.
when we're not doing our job.
Thank you. Hey. Is one better than the other? Great question.
Yeah.
Overrated or sea salt?
So the Celtic salt is really the salt that you want to use, and we sell Redmond salt. Is a type of Celtic salt, but it's made in the United States. So one of the things that you have to watch with salt is where is it coming from. So harvested in the United States in Utah is a good place in natural salt mines and untouched. And that was a great question. Well, thank you so much. God bless each of you. Lake Nutrition Center, 1112 Bachara Boulevard in the Villages, 352-750-0094.
Monday through Saturday?
Yes, 9 to 5:30. Thank you for being on the queue. God bless you.